Welcome, everyone, to Free Speech Nation with me, Andrew Doyle, here live at the Battle of Ideas at Church House in Westminster. As you all know, the Battle of Ideas has a motto, and the motto is Free Speech Allowed, which, as you all probably know, is a fascist dog whistle. Well, some people seem to think so, and, this, for instance, I'll just give you an example. This was one Guardian writer, I'm not going to name names, Owen Jones, said this... said, for some people, free speech is nothing more than a political ploy, a ruse, a term the far right willfully abuse to spread hatred. So we do have a struggle on our hands. Increasingly, free speech is being perceived as a specifically right-wing issue. But of course, it should be non-partisan. It should be something that we can all agree on. And I hope that we in this room can agree on that as well. And this is affecting everyone, particularly in the arts and in comedy especially. We've seen comedians having their shows cancelled. You will have noticed that Jerry Sadowitz had his show cancelled at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival this year. For those of you who don't know, Jerry Sadowitz is one of the most offensive comedians in the world, but he advertises his show as such. There are all these warnings. I saw a show of his which was called Jerry Sadowitz Comedian Psychopath, right? So he's not being subtle there. The last show that got cancelled at the Edinburgh Fringe was called Jerry Sadowitz Not For Anyone. So... it's not as though he was trying to pass himself off as a Pam Ayres tribute act, right? People knew what they were getting in for. So this is very serious when it comes to comedy. But people seem to think genuinely now that they think that comedy needs to be regulated. They think that if jokes aren't carefully controlled, they might spiral out of control. Because let's not forget that Al-Qaeda started life as an improvisational sketch group. But we're not going to be offensive tonight. Someone on Twitter called me homophobic the other day. Definitely not homophobic. Most of the men I've slept with have been gay. I don't have a problem with it. But on that theme, we're going to introduce to the stage my panel today, and if you've seen the show before, you will know that I always have comedian panellists because they work for less.